Hi, my name is Vanessa van Dijk. Now, when should you use the ordinary caffeine solution in a skincare routine? Now, it can be quite confusing, especially when reading the directions on the back of the bottle. And not only with the caffeine solution, but with other treatments as well. It often just tells you that you should use it after your cleansing step. But if you're using multiple skincare products in one routine, this doesn't help much. Therefore, I want to share with you the order of application as well as a little demonstration. So you can use the caffeine solution daily in the morning and or evening, and you're going to apply to the eye contour because it is an eye zone. And so when using it in a skincare routine where you're using more than one product, my suggestion would be use your hydrating products, liquid serums, before applying the caffeine solution. So you're starting off with your cleansing step, and then in case you have an hydrating toner, essence or serum, apply that one at first all over your face and neck to add hydration to the skin, and then use the caffeine solution afterwards on the eye contour so that you can add hydration to the skin, because the caffeine solution can sometimes be quite drying, so that you can reduce this already. And then move on to your other treatments, sunscreen during daytime, moisturizer in the evening if you should feel the need. And the same steps would apply when working with exfoliating acid products. Now, usually when looking into your exfoliating acid toner or liquid or maybe even serum, it will tell you if you can use it on the eye contour or not. Now, if you should not use your exfoliant on the eye contour, the order of application does not really matter, because you're not going to layer them, but more so place them side by side. But when you can use your exfoliant on the eye contour, then again, my suggestion would be using your exfoliating acid toner, essence, or even serum before applying the caffeine solution. And then you can continue with the rest of your skincare routine. So this would be then the setup. Now, I do have the same setup right here in front of me because I do want to go over it step by step so that you can see the entire application and have the routine in mind. Now, we are going to get started with the first step, which is washing your face. So again, this can be done in the shower or above the sink, and I'm going to do the demonstration now above the sink. So go ahead, grab your favorite cleanser that's suitable for your skin type, maybe even for your skin concerns. If you should work with an exfoliating acid cleanser, go ahead and do so. Grab that one and read on the back of the packaging on how you should use it. Most often it will tell you to apply it to wet skin. So this is now what I'm going to do. So I recommend working with lukewarm water to warm water, massaging it all over, rinsing it off, and then pat the skin dry. Now I'm going to include this step because it is important so that you can see the entire setup of the routine. Now just make sure that you're starting off with freshly washed and clean hands. If they aren't clean, then wash them at first and then get started with your cleansing step for your face. So let's go ahead and do this. Once you have wet the skin, go ahead, grab your cleanser, use about a pump, maybe 1.5 pump, about a coin size amount, palm of your hand. Rub your hands together and then gently massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds to a minute. So once you have massaged your cleanser all over, now go ahead again, rinse everything off with lukewarm water to warm water with mainly your hands, and then in between you can use the washcloth to help you to remove the cleanser residue that you still can get on the skin when doing this above the sink, especially along the hairline. Now go ahead and use your washcloth and wet it. Squeeze it out. And now use it to remove the residue that's still left on the skin surface from your cleanser. And now rinse again. And once you have properly rinsed off the cleanser from the skin, now go ahead and take a clean towel and gently remove the remaining water drops from the skin surface by patting all over. So now once you're done with your cleansing step, you're going to move on to the next step. So again, remember that if you're working with a hydrating toner, essence or serum, use that one before applying the caffeine solution to balance the dryness that may occur when working with the caffeine solution on the eye contour. If you should work with an exfoliating acid, please make sure to read on the back of the packaging if you can use it on the eye contour, or if it specifically emphasizes that you should leave out the eye contour, and then based on that you can adjust the order of application as well. Now I'm going to go with hydration because I think that most of you when working with the caffeine solution will come across dryness, and this is just how the caffeine solution feels after some time based on the caffeine as well as the EGCG. So therefore go ahead, grab your hydrating toner, essence or serum. I'm going to go with a toner as an example. So with a toner or essence, if it is such a liquid, same would apply to a serum. If it has a very thin water-like texture, use between 5 to 8, 5 to 10 drops. If you should have a more thicker, stickier serum, go with about 3 to 5 drops for your face and neck. Then rub your hands together and blend it evenly all over your face and neck, including your eye contour, because you want to add hydration to the skin. So, and once you have applied your hydrating toner, essence or serum to the skin, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now you can always give it about 30 seconds to a minute in between so it can fully absorb into the skin before moving on to the caffeine solution. Now when applying the ordinary caffeine solution on the eye contour, I recommend using 1 drop for both eyes, because 2 drops can be like a lot and it can feel dry, tight and sticky on the skin. So to reduce this as much as possible, just go with 1 drop for both eye contours, and please do not get it into your eyes nor use it on top of your eyelids. So 1 drop on the fingertip, then rub your fingers together and then gently blend it or tap it, whatever application method you prefer to do, go ahead and do so. Just again make sure to not get it into your eyes. So, and once you have applied it to the eye contour, you're going to leave it on. There's no need to wash it off. Now just give it a moment so that it can absorb into the skin. So again, this can be around 30 seconds to a minute, so that you then have enough time to make sure that it starts to absorb into the skin and that you won't come across a weird residue or weird feeling when now moving on to your specific treatments, maybe moisturizer, sunscreen afterwards. Now all when it comes to your specific treatments, this is an optional step, so is your hydrating toner, essence or serum. So it would apply to exfoliating acids. It's just a demonstration so that you can see and understand what the example routine can look like when working with such products. So when it comes to treatments, as an example, I'm going to use the ordinary niacinamide serum. So with such a serum, it has a stickier texture. Use between 3 to 5 drops for your face and neck so that you have enough to evenly blend it all over, but please do not overdo it. Rub your hands together and then blend it evenly all over your face and neck. If your serum should start to foam, don't panic. Just keep on blending, it will disappear. So once you have applied your treatment to the skin, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And now you can go ahead and follow with your sunscreen throughout the day so that you can protect the skin from the damaging UV rays. Or you can follow with your moisturizer in the evening. And so I'm just going to go now with an evening skincare routine. So I'm going to use La Roche-Posay Tolerant Ultra Fluid. So of course, using a moisturizer is an optional step. If you do not feel the need, that's completely fine. Just go ahead and skip it. If you're working with a moisturizer, use about a pea-size to bean-size amount, more or less like this. This can change depending on the moisturizer that you have picked and its texture. But just make sure that you're using enough to evenly and thinly blend it all over your face and neck. And in case you should not work with an hydrating toner, essence or serum, but rather than with a moisturizer, you can also use your moisturizer after you have applied the caffeine solution on top of the eye contour to hydrate that area. So you can do this with your hydrating toner, essence or serum, or with your moisturizer. So, and once you've applied it all over your face and neck, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And then this would be an example setup of how you can use the ordinary caffeine solution when including it in a skincare routine, because I know it can be quite confusing when using multiple products in one routine. But make sure that overall, in general, that you're going to keep your skincare routine accordingly to your skin type as well as skin concerns. The simpler the better. Just make sure that you target your specific needs and do not overdo it, because this can make things more complicated and more issues or irritation factors can arise. And so if you again want to go over my example skincare routines and you want to see the entire PowerPoint setup, including some additional information, you will be able to find the entire routine in the description box down below, and you can even download the PowerPoint to your device if you want to follow that guide. And so this is what I wanted to share with you. I do hope that you enjoyed this video, that you find it helpful. If you did so, please don't forget to give the thumbs up as well as share it, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skin caring. Bye.